Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Millennial Manifesting Millions. I'm the Millennial Cass, and welcome if you're new. Today, I wanted to show my spreadsheet that I use to break down my budget. I go through in depth. It's mostly just like a screen recording, so you'll have to let me know how that works, or if you guys like it. I tried to be as clear as possible, but I can always do another video if it doesn't seem to make any sense. I wanted to get this uploaded because I have to do an update on my budget, but I didn't want to do that until I explained things a little bit more. So buckle in and let's break down the budgeting portion of this channel. I wanted to show today my Bible. This is what I use on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to figure out my finances. Now, this is a full breakdown of how everything gets cash. So I've got my savings categories here, and that's also spending categories. That is all the categories right there. I've got how much I would like to get within the year. Some of these are floating, changing things. It's just a guesstimate of what my total spending will be for the year, especially when it comes down to my main spending sections down here. Then how much I currently have saved, which I created with a lot of work from the money that I have in my bank column and money that I have on hand in cash column. So those two together create currently saved. And it shows my needed still column. Let's see if I can highlight this nicely. And then we have what I need to do every single month to get there. That is the bread and butter column. The rest of this stuff is good to know, but that is the column that is most important, so much so that I scroll over here, zoom in a little bit more, put it again over here. And this is my cash breakdown. This is what I take to the bank, pretty much. I could take it to the bank, but really to the bank, that's all I need here. Now I'm in Canada, so I don't have delicious, delicious $1 bills. So there are some that I would love to be able to put at 27 or 33, but I don't have $1 bills here. I have coins, and they're annoying and make things heavy and bulky, so I have rounded everything to a 5. Makes things a little more expensive than need be sometimes, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. That's how I got into all of my messes. So again, I have my savings goal / spending funds. I've got the monthly amount, and then I have my $5, $10, 20, 50s, hundreds. Then I broke down how many in each currency paper amount that I need to go with that column. So right here for my mom and dad's birthdays, I put $25 a month aside. I need a 5 and I need a 20. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so then you're going to say, what are all these other fancy colors? Well, I'll tell you. They're categorized. So this is my car expenses, but I include my gas money in my car expenses. And most of my gas will go onto a credit card. So I take this blue, we're going over here, same color blue. I take out $50 a month in cash out of that $250. Take $50 out in cash for car expenses, and I put that aside for oil changes. I would beef it up more if I knew that I needed to get tires or something. And so then I go over here, and then this is where this monthly column and this monthly column will be a little bit different, because the main orange monthly column will tell me how much money I need total. That is exactly what I need to pay myself and come out at zero every month if I'm able to keep within my budget. Some months are better than others. I'll show you. And then this column is just the cash out of those things, again, for the most part. So we've got car expenses that are different. We also have a fun green color, which means it's going to be coming out in the bank. So still important for the monthly total column, but not important for the this column. So I don't need to have any numbers in the actual cash breakdown for my green columns because I don't need it. Okay, and then we have medical, $600 a month. And again, that's different. I go get colonics. I might talk about it at some point, but I give her cash for that. Everything else goes on my card because I can keep track of it for spending. Same thing for pet. This one's a little different because I do take out mostly cash over here, but I leave in some because some of the stuff is actually like an e-transfer to the people that give me my cat food because I drop it off at my house and it's wildly convenient. They started during pandemic, realized how much people loved that feature, and then kept it going. Okay, so out of this 500, I need 150 to stay in the bank for cat food. So this is part of this kind of, but I needed it to be separate, which is why it's not just in the green. Then we have my pet medical fund, which just automatically goes into the bank account. Same thing with my emergency fund. And my house fund is actually taken out by like automatic transaction payments from the stock human that helps me with all of those things. He was very lovely, and I highly recommend it if you can, to go in and have someone help you with stocks and figuring things out, because I send cash that way and they help me figure it out. And it wasn't a whole lot because I didn't give a whole lot last year as I was still paying down debt, but I think I made like $100 off of things. And we do not turn down free money when the universe is providing it. Okay, that was my little rant. Sorry. So I'm actually coming in here today because my sweet, sweet car, my dear love, my Florence, she's on her last leg and I have to get a new car. So this is going to be changing immensely. This whole kind of list is going to be getting turned up. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because I was put onto my boyfriend's benefits. And down here you'll see med savings. This is what I'm guessing I'm going to have to pay per month for these things. So my expenses for medical are going to be going down from 600 to, I'm hoping, under 200. I don't know yet. I'm not going to know really until probably the end of March, when I've had a couple of months to figure out pricing. So that's a big change that we're going to be updating. Also down here, we've got some vet info. I have to get both of my kiddos their teeth cleaned because apparently my 2-year-old dog has just bad teeth in general, so she's going to be getting frequent teeth cleanings. Yay me! And my cat is a cranky old lady, and this will be her second teeth cleaning, and she needs to go in because her mouth is a hot mess. So out of my pet med savings, I do not have in here even enough to cover our vet visits. Yay. So this is a lot of it, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to use my, where am I clicking here? Some of the stuff that I have in cash left over from various pet things that have lasted me longer to be able to do this. But how am I going to explain this? Okay, so this was the total amounts that I have to pay. The kind of nice thing is, out of these two, the vet visit, it was part of a down payment for here, so it took away some of the money from these already. So 200 of this technically would have been on these two, but it's a down deposit. I hope that makes sense. So this is the total of what I'm paying. And with this, I'm realizing I'm not putting enough away for pet stuff. So I'm going to be keeping track. No, stop. I don't want to cancel or change things. So I'm going to be keeping track down here how much all vet visits are going to be, all of them for this year, so that I can adjust better and figure things out. So right now I'm going to need this much for the vet based on how much I have here. And I think the next month, I can't remember how I did this now. How did I do this? C49, C49, C49. Oh, that minus this minus 200. Oh, I get some, sorry guys. I get some money from my boyfriend for pet related things because the dog is basically both of ours at this point. And if you're wondering where I was just looking here, I was looking up, I hope you can see me circling. I was looking up here on this formula bar. If you don't use Excel, for the basic day-to-day things where it'll do fast math for you. I like it. Or I guess this is the monthly things, not the day-to-day. I like it. For the tracking expenses, I don't like it. I'm a paper girly. Okay, so there's that section. And then let's see, up here, oh, this was all part of this calculation still, because I realize that I can put up to $600 for my car, jumping all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys. And then up here I went over a couple of categories in February. For medical, I was one of those months where I had to do an extra therapy appointment. I had to do a huge stock up on supplements and meds. It's just, yeah, it was a lot. So I had how much I went over in medical stuff last month, how much out of this fund that I need for medical things that I'm not saving up for in the future for the month of February. So that means I have an extra 210 that I can technically apply to last month's thing. And then March, I'll be able to do another 210 was the plan. But now we have car payments coming up. It's making things a little more complicated. I'm going to be figuring things out, and I'm not certain if I'm going to be crunching those numbers with you guys. I don't know if that would be a very interesting video. Yeah, I'm going to do a video of how I figured out all of these amounts, but that I don't know if that's going to come before or after I post this. This is also going to be the first video that I am attempting to edit in Canva, so I hope it looks okay. Please, feedback is, lovely and helpful. Even, like helpful critiques. I know there's a term for that my brain is blanking on right now. But yes, this is my Bible. This is what we're going to be referencing for most of my budgeting videos. And these numbers are really only going to switch up when I have overages, which hopefully shouldn't be too often, but it does happen, especially as I have to tweak, like everyone has to tweak right now, how much we're spending on things, and what I expect to be spending on things is usually less right now, unfortunately, than it's actually is. Okay. I hope this was somewhat interesting, and I will attempt to do a big breakdown of it. We'll be seeing this column at least pretty often just because I update it for my monthly cash stuffings. Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.